In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can easily fix timing issues in your animation, so stay tuned. Hey guys, my name is Eon and welcome to my Start Animating YouTube channel. The channel that is specifically aimed at everyone that is new to animation and that is just starting out. And if that is you, welcome, you are at the right place. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and also click on that little notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a brand new video. And if you are new to animation or you want to start out and you have no idea where to begin, well, I've got some great news. I've got some a free online training, and with this video you work alongside with me, and by the end of the video you would have created your very own animation, and that is the best way to learn to actually animate. That's why I call this YouTube channel Start Animating. And you will also learn the basics of animation, so basically you will be able to continue further. After that training, you'll have enough knowledge to continue animating and grow from there. So if you're interested in taking that online training, in the description box below there's a link. You can just click there and sign up. And then secondly, remember, I've got my community plan. The free one is open, so you can go and join. It is just a community of like-minded animators who's also in the beginning of the journey, and it's just a community where you can sign up and we can just have some discussions there. It's absolutely free, so go in the description box below. Also there's a link, so go and sign up. Now today, like I've mentioned, we're going to look at fixing timing issues in your animation. I don't know about you, but sometimes you just animate a scene or a character and the timing just doesn't look right, or something doesn't look right, and sometimes you don't even know it's your timing. So how do you fix it? Well, there's a few ways to do it. The first one is actually crucial, and that is you can fix a lot of your timing issues inside your animatic. That's why it's so important to create a storyboard and then use that to create your animatic, because that will solve a lot of the timing issues even before you have started animating. So it will actually save you some time in the long run. So you're not going to animate a scene and then you'll have to reanimate and animate it over and over and over again to try and fix the timing issues. If you do your animatic, that is one way you can fix it even before you have started animating. But sometimes you do create your animatic and you animate and you just want to do a small clip inside your animation doesn't look right, and it is not because of your animatic is wrong. It's just, for example, a character is going to sit down. Okay, he's standing and now he needs to sit down, and that sit down motion, it doesn't look right. So it's not a problem with your animatic, it's just when you animated it, it doesn't look right, and at the end it is your timing. So how do you fix it? Now, before I dive into how you can fix it, let's just quickly explain keyframes, how timing works in animation. So if we go here to Cartoon Animator, I'm going to use this example quickly of a ball again. So here I've got a ball, and so let's say it's going to take 50 frames, or keyframes. So I'm going to move my I'm here on my timeline up to keyframe number 50, and I'm going to move it there. So basically what happens is the starting point is there, and on keyframe 50 it is there. So if I press play, there it moves. Okay, now the principles of keyframe is the more keyframes you use to get from one point, or from point A to point B, the longer or the slower the object will move. The less keyframes you use, the faster it will the faster it will move. So for example, let's take this keyframe and we increase the keyframe. So let's say we take it from 50 to 100. So we double the amount of keyframes. So basically what will happen is now it will slow or move twice as slow as what it used to move. So let's press play, and now you can see it moves a lot slower. Okay, and now if we go back to 50 and now we want to move it faster, twice the speed, so let's go to keyframe 25. So we halved the amount of keyframes, so it should move twice as fast. So if you press play, there you can see it's much faster, and even let's go to 10 keyframes, it is going to move a lot faster. So that is the principles of keyframe animation. So the more keyframes you use, the slower the object will move, and the less keyframes you use, the faster it will move. Okay, so that is very important to keep in mind when you want to try and fix your timing. So let's say, for instance, again, you've got your character and you want him to sit down. So obviously you've got your main pose where he's standing, and you've got your finish pose where he's sitting. So now you can see, do I need to increase the amount of keyframes or decrease the amount of keyframes? His motion when he sits down, is he sitting down too fast, which means I need to slow it down, so I need to increase the keyframes, or is he sitting down too slow, so I need to speed it up, so I need to decrease the amount of keyframes. So that is how you fix your timing. So another thing, and I basically mentioned it right now, is to help you fix your timing issues is by blocking. Now in the 3D world, blocking is very not crucial, but it is used a lot in 3D animation, but also in 2D animation. So basically what blocking is, you will end up creating your key poses. Okay, so for example, you've got your characters standing, and then your next key pose is your character is sitting. Okay, so in the old days, in the Disney classic animation films, what they did is they had the two key poses, and then everything in between is actually called in-betweens. Then you'll have to draw those frame by frame, each key frame in between, to go from the one motion to the next. Okay, so that was very time consuming. In 3D animation, they also they call it blocking. So you don't draw your keyframe, your in-betweens, you just basically, the computer software does it for you. You can just tweak it a little bit so that the movement moves so much better. But it is important to get your keyframe or your key poses correct, and then what you then can do is, then you can see, is your timing right, and you can just drag your keyframes forward or back, depending if you want to make your the action faster or slower. So how do you, if I can just summarize, how do you fix your timing issues? First of all, create your storyboard in Animatic. That will solve a lot of problems beforehand. You will save a lot of time as well, because you will go into your animation process with a lot of the timing issues already fixed. So that is the first thing. The second thing is blocking. Do your blocking and then see, does the timing work? If not, see, do you need to make it slower, which means you need to add keyframes. So you drag your key pose, all the keyframes, select all of them, and you just drag them until the timing is right. Or if the character is moving too slow or the object is moving too slow and you need to speed it up, again take the second key pose, select all the keyframes, and then you just drag it and you decrease the amount of keyframes to make it faster, and you just play around until that timing is right, until it looks and feels right. And once the timing is right, then you can add how can I say it, the movement. You can add the movement. For example, if I go back here, let's move to keyframe 50 again. Now Cartoon Animator and iClone as well, if you do 3D animation, have a nice function. So if I press play, it moves like that. But now, let's say I'm happy with this timing. So what I can do is You can transition curve, and then you can go and say smooth, which is slow in, or slow in, slow out. And now it just looks so much better. Okay, or you can accelerate and you go faster, or you can say decelerate. So there's a lot of different options to make the movement look more appealing. But the first thing you need to do is get your timing right, and then you can make these adjustments and fine-tune the movement so that it looks realistic. But if the timing isn't right, it doesn't matter how realistic you're going to try and make it look, it's not going to work. So remember, storyboard and animatic blocking. That is the two ways you can fix your timing in your animation, and always remember the keyframe principle. The more keyframes, the slower the object moves, the less keyframes, the faster the object moves. So guys, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you did, remember to hit that like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithms. That's the way you can support this channel. And also remember to hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and also click on that notification bell so that you can get notified every week when I upload a new video. So from me, Eon, I will see you guys next week with another video. God bless and happy animating.